Hello and welcome. Do you ever feel disappointed, dismayed, and disillusioned because your daily life experience is incongruent with what you know is possible? If you've seen and tasted more, and now living with less feels unsettling and is zapping your vitality, then you're in the right place to awaken and ascend. Today on Awaken and Ascend podcast, I have Anick Patry here. She takes her clients on a sacred and playful journey to release their energies, clear old beliefs, and step into their more sovereign version of themselves with less fear and more love. People also come to her to learn how to live authentically and intuitively so that they open their hearts without fear and remain connected to their higher selves and be the creator of their own lives. Anick's intention is to restore inner harmony, joy, and freedom to as many humans as possible with her unique modality, voice tapping. As an intuitive business mentor, TEDx speaker, and international best-selling author with over 15 years experience teaching globally, she has enabled thousands of women and a few men to create lives beyond their wildest dreams. I am so excited to have Anick here. She is originally from Quebec, Canada, and joins me today from her new home in New South Wales, Australia, to talk about embodying your joy. Welcome, Anick. It's so wonderful for you to be joining me all the way in the other end of the world today. Thank you for being here.
So fun. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for um, on this yummy invitation. I'm very excited of what's gonna come out of this juicy conversation today. Thank you for the beautiful introductions. It's always like kind of, oh, you're just feeling in my heart. It's just really beautiful. So thank you so much.
Yes, and it really sounds like you're embodying your work and embodying your joy. We just started into this new year now, and we're kind of feeling that celebration lull, right? That kind of comes down. It's like, now what? You might have started some new routines, resolved to do some new lifestyle changes, some new habits, and then we kind of reach this point where is this really what I want to do? The momentum kind of wanes. So, Anick, how do you suggest people really do embody that joy and maintain that momentum that they've begun at maybe at the beginning of the year? And how can that continue and sustain them throughout the year?
Yeah, well, that's a really, really good question, Jennifer. I suppose we can break that down into a lot. Like there's a lot of layers under that question, because I mean, let's face it, the reality is we're human beings. We're spiritual beings having this human experience. We chose to come in this sexy human body, to come in this big playground and learn to love ourselves, learn to know who we are, learn to love, and learn to receive and give love and enjoy this big matrix, this big playground. But we have a whole bunch of I'd say, like, experiences that will trigger and activate different type of emotions. And so, to sustain joy is the highest vibration. I don't know if you're familiar with, what's his name, David Hawkins. He's got like a pyramid, like a scale of different emotions, and they all have a different frequency and vibration. Actually, joy is a higher vibration to love. It's even higher than love. So it's really high on the scale. So check him out, David Hawkins. It's very powerful, the work that he's sharing. And, like, if you're depressed, you're down, down below the bottom. And so it's very, if you're in shame and guilt, it's very low vibration. And you just go up, and coming out of depression, I mean, you get to anger, and then you go, and Abraham Hicks also talk about that, to help manifest. I'm sure your people here in your audience are familiar with that. Like, to manifest whatever you want to create and manifest, it's depending on how you feel. So joy is a very high vibration, and I'm a fan. I'm addicted to joy. I love joy. And I believe, you don't have to agree with me, But I believe that joy is your true nature.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at a little baby when they're born, they're very transparent, they're very honest. They just love you unconditionally. They don't ask you where you're from, your age, how much money you make. They don't check out on you if they feel safe or unsafe. They love you. If you're there, they love you. They accept you unconditionally. They love you. And they put a big smile on their face. So we're pure love, we're pure joy as birth. Like we just come very pure, very joyful, very open, very raw, very loving. And then we get conditioned and programmed. Zam, zam, zam in the head, in the body, trauma, we experience we experience fears and all that. And then we get contracted and we disconnect from our true nature, from our core essence, from our natural inner joy. So your question was how to cultivate that. I guess I just give you like a bit of an explanation of what to break that down. So it's difficult, it's challenging to constantly be on a high and on joy, but it's a practice. It's through, to answer your question, is a practice, is the training. It's like going to the gym if you want to have the six-pack or the really sexy, like your boobs, and the muscles, and you're bummed to be firm and you want to be hot, and you know what I mean? And you have to cultivate it. You got to practice. You got to go to the gym and get a personal trainer and really be committed. So I guess to answer your question is like training and committed. You got to be committed to embody your joy.
Yes, you have to want it. But as you say, it is our inner essence. It is innately who we are. And so how do we stay in touch with that? Because you say there's much that can disconnect us from our true essence, from who we truly are, from our natural state of joy. So how do we train ourselves to keep coming back to our essence, to our innate joy, into our inner selves? What is that process?
Yeah, that's another really great question, which goes into my throat here, straight up. What comes to me, speaking truth, is which is challenging. It's also practice, and doing what you were born to do, doing what you love, what you're passionate about, having passion. Like really doing the things that bring you joy, that activates joy in your heart.
Yes.
Healing the heart, really welcoming yourself inside your heart, and doing the inner work and the practice of, verbalizing your needs, your desires, and your vision. Like there's three massive, and they're very distinct. Your needs, your desires, your heart's desires, and your dreams, your vision. So I can break that down. I've got so much I want to share. Like I've got so much.
Yes. Well, that is a really good start too, to be able to express your needs, even become aware of what those are, and have the confidence and the courage to be able to express them and to meet your needs. And maybe without the expectation of others knowing what they are, needing to meet them for you, to really become your own best advocate, right? By speaking those needs and speaking what it is that needs to be expressed. And I love too that you spoke about passion. The way I see passion when you break up the word is pass I on. And that I is your soul's expression of who you're here to become and what you're here to do and pass on in this lifetime. And you spoke about the voice too, and your own unique modality is voice tapping. And so I'm really interested to know how that became your soul's expression, your inspiration to pass on to others through this unique modality of voice tapping. Can you share what lit your path, first of all, Anick, and also what is voice tapping?
Yeah, great question again. You got these really juicy questions, Jennifer. Yeah, beautiful. I'm glad you resonate with passion because, it's like the fire, the sacred fire in your belly that gets you going, that
Mm-hmm.
you wake up when you have your soul's purpose, when you have a direction, when you have a strong calling, when you're here to serve and you're here to have fun along the way. The fire in your belly, that passion, it just keeps you going because sometimes there's challenges, like the
Mm-hmm.
subconscious has been programmed with limiting beliefs, and we carry ancestral traumas from our family, and we're here to unleash and unlock and release what no longer serves us, to really open up to our divinity and our sovereignty and creating magic here. So to answer your questions about voice tapping is well, I've always loved singing, dancing. Singing is my jam. I love it. I love expressing my body through movement and expressing my voice through songs. It's in my culture as being French Canadian. In Quebec, it's very, very, very present because you're Canadian as well. Like, we have really cold winters in Canada, and we spend a lot of time by the fireplace singing with the guitar and the piano, and it's kind of bringing us together. And so for me, the singing has been healing my heart. I had PTSD, anxiety, depression. Like, I was super sad as a little girl. I felt very unsafe and unloved, and I just felt, oh, you know what I mean? I felt like I didn't belong on this planet Earth, and I thought
Oh,
I was too sensitive, and I was odd, and I didn't fit in, and so music was a way for me to really be happy and be myself, really.
yeah.
So just to give you a little bit of background there. So sometimes there's too many words we go in our head, and just like, dancing and singing is just free spirit, and we
Yes, free your spirit. Yes, free your spirit to direct the life you're meant to live. Yes, yes, yes.
And so voice tapping basically is because I channel Mother Mary energy. She's very powerful, and I had a near death experience 5 years ago, and I got really sick, and she came through and she helped me with that. Like, it's basically some tapping on the body on different energy points. If you're familiar with EFT, emotional freedom technique, or tapping. So it's influenced by that modality a lot, and bringing the voice with that. So that's the uniqueness that I've been using on myself, with the help of the Ascended Master, Mother Mary, and my spirit guides and guardian angels and all my divine team, to help me healing some ancestral traumas in my nervous system, in my body. And I started to use it with my clients, and I saw them, like, manifesting like next level of their business, like, doubling their incomes and meeting their soulmate and buying their dream house by the beach. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's something going on there.
Oh, yes.
So I know that, being in my energy in the first place, and using voice tapping, unleashing your own voice, speaking your own truth, and letting sounds out, and activating the points in the body that are contracted and stuck with some traumas, with some stuck energies. It's super powerful. It works. So it's
Wow.
an amazing combo. It's Anick as a human being, what she's channeling. Like, I put myself in the third person, but I mean, it's not my ego. Let's put it that way. It's not my ego doing it. It's spirit doing it through me.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it's a modality you can use by yourself in front of the mirror, but it's super powerful, and it's a tool that I use in my programs to help, because your heart's desires truly matters, and your vision, you're worthy of manifesting what you're here to create. And so, yes, I find it super fun and powerful. It's a fun modality because you get to sing, to voice, and you get to really clarify the truth, like the divine truth, and remove the false belief, the false identity, the false limitations and fears that is there, that is holding you back. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. And I love how even just you talking about this and about singing and dancing, those are real life examples of how you embody your joy. When you're living up to the potential that you carry, when you're singing, when you're dancing, when you're expressing yourself through your voice, through your needs, through movement, this is embodying your joy. This is being truly who you are and uninhibited, right? Like you say, you free your spirit. And it makes perfect sense to be able to share that with the world in such an authentic way. And you talk about clarifying what's real and what isn't, what's false and what's not, and practicing that discernment. Can you share a little bit more about that? Because I know there is a lot of self-doubt or confusion about, what voices to listen to that are in your head. What's the source of that? How do you know when it's good and when it's not so good, when it's directing you on the right path and when it's kind of diverting you from your path? How do you practice discernment? How do you know when it's intuition or truth versus false?
Yeah, that's another very, very beautiful question, and so important, Jennifer. And thank you so much for raising that point of discernment, about, what is true, what is not, and what's coming from the head. I mean, most that's coming from the head is not true.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 90% of the inner dialogue in the head is ego-based, is fear-based, is control-based, is not true.
Mm-hmm.
90%. But to be able to train your discernment muscle, and it's really part, I don't know if you're familiar with the gene keys, the human
Mm-hmm.
design gene keys. Have you heard of gene keys?
Yes.
I'm not super knowledgeable in that, but I want to do a training on that because I find it super accurate. So the gene keys, in my gene keys anyways, it's according to, your date of birth. It's one of my biggest learning in this lifetime is to really train my muscle of discernment to become
Yes.
so that's very interesting that you mentioned that. But for all of us, discernment is
Mm-hmm.
important. So
All of us.
the little tool that I can offer you, that what comes to mind, what comes through, what comes through now. Don't get me wrong, your mind is useful. Yeah, your mind is useful, but it's not the main thing. For discernment is your heart
Mm.
and your body. So what feels light? What feels good in your heart? What feels juicy? What feels light in your body? What feels loving? What feels joyful? What feels organic? What feels fulfilling is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
What feels heavy? What feels contracted? What feels you still in your head? Oh yes, maybe this, maybe that, and you pros and cons, and you're trying to weigh up. Like it feels heavy, it feels contracted. You got knots in your belly. It doesn't feel good in your body. It feels heavy. That's not the answer.
Mm.
So that's really your intuitive muscle, your
Mm-hmm.
discernment. So your discernment, your heart discerns. You write that down. It's really good. I mean, I've learned that
Yes.
from a mentor. I worked with Sonia Choquette with psychic. I worked with Sonia,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
wow, really? Yeah.
yeah, I worked with her for years. She came to Australia. Like, she's amazing. So I did a lot of psychic development with her and working on intuition.
Huh.
Um, So, your heart discerns, your mind judges, evaluates. Your mind evaluates. It's useful. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's not wrong. Your mind evaluates, your heart discerns.
Hmm.
So that's a practice. And your body, like as a psychic, I don't know, Jennifer, about you, but I receive my intuitive information. Like when it's a divine truth, I got shivers on my body.
Mm-hmm.
On my shoulders, on my arms, on my thighs. I got shivers. So when it's a divine truth, my body tells me, yeah, right on. I got shivers.
Mm.
I get them often, but when I get them, it's a divine truth. So really tune into your body and tune into your heart. That's the discernment. And it's, again, I was talking about the gym with the joy, with cultivating your joy, with activating your joy. Same with your intuition, with discernment. Train. It's a training. And go learn with the best. Go learn with mentors. Get an intuitive business mentor. Work with me. Work with Jennifer. Work with with your next the next person that you're ready to work with. And practice. It's like anything. You gotta practice.
Yes, I love that. Thank you, Anick, for sharing about how our heart discerns, our mind judges, and they can work together if they cooperate. But it's our heart that discerns. And you also spoke about the feeling. Does it feel light? Do you get shivers? How does your body respond to truth? And you mentioned at the very beginning too, there was that scale, where we have that high vibrational energy at the top and the low vibrational energy at the bottom. And one does feel very light, the love, the gratitude, the joy, very light and moves you, and you're smiling and you're just illuminating, from every cell of your being. And yet there's energies too that can feel very heavy, like you said, like that shame and the doubt and the fear and anger and the things that tighten you up and that, make your jaw tense and that feels so heavy and that can wipe you out and burn out that fire that you spoke about that makes us feel alive. And so recognizing that too, where we're at on the scale and which direction do you want to go and what you can tune into to lighten up and to really embody joy. As you say, we may not always be in that joyful space, but even dropping down a little bit into love and gratitude is another practice that can help keep us leveled up, right? That can help rise above and raise our vibration, rise above the mundane and the heaviness and all of that. And you bring up such a good point. We're not in this alone. We do not have to do this alone. You have a mentor. I've had mentors. We both each mentor people. And there is someone out there that could be mentoring anyone that is listening or watching here today. But you specifically, Anick, do such unique work. I'd love for people to know how they can connect with you. How would they connect with you if they want to work with you, feel mentored, hear more, get that joy vibe going, activated?
Beautiful. Yeah, I love what you shared. I just want to, acknowledge your wisdom to shift your vibration, to shift your energy, to really go into gratitude, or looking at see where you are now and take the next step, which means it requires consciousness, it requires awareness, it requires presence, it requires being here now and tuning in, rather than letting this negative spiral taking over and take you back in the past and back into trauma, take you back into the unwanted energy.
Yes.
So take a breath and go, so what you said, take you on the scale of, like, oh, well, what's working now, as opposed to, oh, it's not working, nothing's working. The drama queen, which I was really addicted to before, but
Drama queen, yeah.
I give her a ticket to go around the world, and but to answer your question, where people can find me, well, you can find me everywhere on the social media. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on link. I can put my what do you call it? The Linktree bio, so it's all there. I've got a YouTube channel. Where I share a lot of free, juicy content. I'm on Inside Timer. I'm a teacher there. I am on a TikTok. I am on Facebook. I've got a Facebook page, Facebook personal page and business page. I'm on Instagram. I mean, yeah, you name it.
We can
LinkedIn.
find you.
And then,
We
so,
know where you are.
yeah, I'll put the link there and book a 15 minutes conscious convo with me if you want to, with my Calendly, book a call. I'll be happy to meet you and have a conversation and see if we're a fit, see if you know, your voice truly matters, accelerate your heart's desires. I've got exquisite programs, you know, like, yeah, voice tapping sessions, soul business transmission sessions, like amazing manifesting quantum energy. Like, you know, I've got some really powerful programs and courses and sessions. So reach out for a chat, and yeah, find me there on the Linktree link. Yeah, connect. I would love to connect with you. And you know, if you vibe, you know, we know when we vibe with someone. So you know if it's for you, if you're ready to embody your highest lucrative joy in your business, in your soul purpose. You're ready for the next level, and you want to come and play and create magic. Reach out. I would love to be at service to you.
Amazing, amazing. And Anick, I know I'm vibing with you. So and all of your wisdom that you've shared has just been amazing and fun. And I'm wondering if you have anything more, any final words of wisdom that you'd love to share with the audience today.
Any final words of wisdom?
To help us awaken and ascend.
Yeah, love that name, Awaken and Ascend, to help us. Well, I would say, you know, be really gentle and kind with yourself, and remember your own sacred heart. Tune into that on a daily basis, you know, whether it's to take yourself on a nature walk, sing a song, but really allow yourself to tune into your sacred heart on a daily basis. That's the wisdom is there, the heart intelligence, you know, that's what's going to help you to embody your joy and to create in alignment, to really create an alignment with your soul. So give yourself permission to go. Like, I tend to touch, you know, like when I feel a bit like too high or too stressed, or, you know, I disconnect from myself, I go in my head and I go in fear, I take a breath and I come back to heart. And, you know, what am I needing right now? Ask yourself that question. What does my heart needs right now? You know, what does my heart needs in this moment? And do that. Go for a swim on the beach. Just give yourself that time, that moment, that self-care moment with your own sacred heart. There might be resentment there, or, you know, there might be something you haven't forgiven yet, or that it's holding you back. So tune in and ask, what does my heart desire? What does my heart needs right now? And give it to yourself.
Beautiful check-in. Thank you so much. And creating an alignment with who you are and checking in with your soul's guidance. What's your heart desiring right now? So beautiful, Anick. Thank you for sharing that, for all that you shared today.
I'm an
So
over-deliverer.
grateful.
Over-delivering. Over-delivering, so much to offer and so much to share.
Yes, so much to share. And we'll, of course, there's more to share. So make sure you book that call with Anick if you're vibing with this energy today, and give us a thumbs up if you did like this video. Subscribe as well, because we have amazing speakers from all around the world every week. And I'm so excited. Just it brings me so much joy to have each and every one of you here listening. My name is Jennifer Regular. I am the Soul Illuminator at Lighting the Path. And because I'm so much in gratitude for all of you, I have a free guide to living your passion and purpose in the show notes there. And we'll also have Anick's connections there as well, her link tree and how to book that call will all be in the show notes. So thank you all again, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.